Hey everyone, I'm going to use the ultrasound today to show you the median nerve as it passes through the carpal tunnel and how neck movements can affect that median nerve's movement. Now, first thing to understand is that if we're talking about carpal tunnel syndrome, we're talking about the median nerve as it goes through the carpal tunnel. So this is a diagnostic ultrasound, by the way. A lot of people will not see what I'm looking to see, so I'm going to have to highlight and freeze frame some of these as we go along. Now, first off is we have to be able to identify a nerve. So right now I'm wiggling my fingers, and this is actually a cross-sectional view, which is kind of slicing all the parts in half at the actual carpal tunnel right there. You see at the top there's the transverse carpal ligament, which is, I'll pause it, and we'll roll back. Let's get a pointer. So this is the transverse carpal ligament right here. We're going to see all these little bundles right here. These are tendons. These are flexor tendons, and then the nerve is going to be more of like a kind of a bean shape, and it looks like it's like a starry sky appearance. So you're going to see it above the tendons on the left side of the screen, or middle left side of the screen. As I move my fingers, you're going to see that little black bean kind of just jump around. So what we're going to use in this video is actually, we already know that the carpal tunnel can be a spot where compression of this nerve can be, but I went to a seminar recently by Michael Shacklock for neurodynamics, and he showed a video of actually nerve movement within the tunnel from neck movement, which I thought was really interesting. So I have a diagnostic ultrasound, so I thought I would just come back and play with it and see if I can supply you guys with the same video, same style video. So again, first we're in this cross-sectional area right here. This might take me a little bit to find, because to get nerve tension to actually from the neck to actually create movement in this image is going to be a little hard, because I'm doing all this by myself. By the way, if you want to make a reference point, there's going to be there's an artery right there. That is the there's an ulnar artery right there. So this is actually the radial side on this side. Again, ulnar artery. So just use a reference point right there as we kind of go through this if we're looking in this cross-sectional area. Now let me get a little bit more goop here. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to find the carpal tunnel again. Now you see the tendon kind of, or the nerve kind of jumbling around there. At the top of the jumblies, right there. So I'm going to turn it now. Just keep your eye on it. I'm going to turn it, and it's going to elongate. And now we're going actually long axis to that. We can still see the nerves, the tendons moving around. I'm extending my fingers right now, and now I'm flexing them. Actually, so the direction to the left is actually proximal. The direction to the right is proximal. The direction to the right is distal. The direction to the left is proximal. So now we're getting up in the forearm. This is still within the wrist right here. So just to take a note, it's easiest to find and to look at the tendons. They look like little freeways of white right there. So just to see, just notice what the tendon looks like right there. That's a big one. And as I move my fingers, I'm going to extend. They're going to pull to the left of the screen because they're pulling distally. Actually, I apologize. They're going to pull to the right of the screen because they're pulling distally. And now they're going to pull to the left of the screen because they're pulling more proximally, or towards the body. Now, just to get a reference point again, so here's that nerve bundle at the top. It looks like a black line, mainly because nerves aren't as dense. We call this a hypoechoic appearance. Now, you're going to notice that as I move the fingers, the nerve kind of moves with it. Let's see if I can get a better picture here. Sorry, it's hard to get the tendons as well as the nerve in because they move a little bit different directions around. Okay, let's go cross-sectional again to make sure that we're all on the same page. There's the nerve at the top jumping around. We're going to turn it, elongate the structure. And you see the top of the screen again, it's that black area, and we have the tendons there. So as I extend my fingers, you're going to see the nerve moves with it, but it does not move to the same degree. I'm going to do this a few times. So I'm extending my fingers. The tendons are pulling towards the right side of the screen. And I apologize, the right side of the screen is not going to be visualized completely because I have my wrist extended and we lose there's signal drop. But notice that the black area on top of that tendon, it moves with it, which in this case is good. Now I'm going to see if I can get some movement of the neck to actually pull that the other direction. So in this picture right here, I'm actually not going to move my wrist at all. My fingers are actually completely extended, more in like the anatomical position. We're going to keep our eye on the area of black right above it. I'm tilting my head to the right, away. Sorry, let me position again. Might have some artifact in here. Okay, so this is probably the best I'm going to get in this video. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm holding the transducer right on that one spot. I'm attempting to not move my fingers. I'm going to leave them in the extended position right here. And I'm actually have my elbow on a table, and my neck is going to be tilting away. I'm gonna depress the shoulder. And notice that area of black on top starts to kind of pull towards the left of the screen. And now I'm relaxing. It's going to pull towards the left of the screen. Right. Now, see, it's even pulling the tendons a little bit. And now I'm relaxing. So this might not be very visual to you guys, but I can feel a pretty big nerve pull on the side of my brachial plexus right now, on the side of my neck. So this movement to the left of the nerve and now to the right of the tendons, because I'm extending my fingers, is a pretty big deal. And it's a big deal because we need to make sure our nerves slide well amongst the tissues that it passes through. If it doesn't, then we're going to end up with a bunch of nerve-related conditions. A lot of times people will focus on the spine as being the area of mainly the nerve issue, but we can actually see that there's actually areas distal or on the extremity which can be areas for entrapment of these nerves to not slide as well too. I think I'm getting something right here, so I'm going to keep my fingers, I'm going to be in a ball right here. I'm in a fist. Keep an eye on the interface between the actual black area and the tendon, which is that wider area below it. I'm going to lean away with my neck and depress my shoulder. See the black area start to, everything kind of pull to the left of the screen. Now I'm going to extend my fingers, and notice the black is not coming with it because I'm keeping tension on it from the top part. Now as I start to, I'm going to release the neck, and so let's see if the black comes back with the tendon. You see that right there. I'm going to tilt away again with the neck, depress the shoulder, try to extend my arm or my shoulder as much as I can while still keeping the transducer on. I'm going to release my fingers, so now I'm going into that fist again. I'm going to extend my fingers. Notice the nerve is holding place. They're moving relatively amongst each other. Now here's the nice part. So I'm going to let's keep that view of the interface between the two, and I'm going to tilt back with the head, with the shoulder, and see how the nerve just kind of nicely moves towards the right of the screen. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to do it on a couple different tendons and nerve interfaces all along the arm as much as I can, because I think this is really useful for everyone to understand. Go check out Clinical Neurodynamics. It's a great video. It's a great course. I strongly suggest it. I don't get any money from it. It just was really helpful.